It's getting pretty late. Oh, I hope everyone's okay. No, you don't suppose the tables got turned on them. If that were to happen, Zeke would have returned to tell us that they're in danger. For now, all we can do is trust in them and wait. I hope so. 1 hour until nightfall. Once that passes, we begin our assault. Captain, ready the man. Sir, that shall not be necessary. What the hell was that? It wasn't just me. Where did the sound come from? Huh? It looks like something real big coming up from below. What? Brave bannerman of Oslese, hearken to my words. I am Ragnar, the dragon who has slumbered in these lands since time immemorial. My will was wrested from me, turned toward the machinization of the vile ones. But as surely as I speak to thee now, thy braces have freed me. The full tale is theirs to tell. Till next we meet, I bid you fair skies. Wow, it's already out of sight. We gotta give chase? We can't possibly chase him at that altitude. Even if the ourselves survive, we would suffocate. Oh, adios. Those braces are going to have some explanation to do. Aber er grinst. And thus, the incident of the dragon that had shaken the Boso region came to a close. Estelle and her group spent a long time explaining everything that had happened to General Morgan. When they were finally let go, they delivered the gold-ear crystals entrusted to them by Ragnar to Mayor Mabel and Elder Raisin. And so, 1 week later... Ah, you... You too. Never thought we'd meet here of all places. What brings you out here? Oh, a little whimsy, I suppose. You're here to make an offering to your sister, correct? Allow me to pardon myself. Hey, I didn't say you went away or anything. And those flowers, they're yours? Yes, although, if I'd known the flowers would have accompanied, I would have picked a different color. I figured there was someone other than me setting some flowers down here every year. Didn't think it was you, though. Was it? An old man like me can hardly remember the things he's done over the years. Says the army general. Agate, could I place my flowers too? Oh? Yeah, go on. Agate and Tita stood for a moment in silent prayer. Sorry about all this, Tita. Thanks for coming out here with me. Now I wanted to give my respects to Misha too. So thank you, Agate. Wow, there. That's enough of that. I should be thanking you. And hey, I promised I'd let you meet her once work had calmed down. I guess you did, huh? The dragon apparently said as much already, but you've certainly changed, Mr. Krosner. You feel much calmer somehow. Ah, cut that out. I still got a ways to go. But now I'm ready to actually do something about it. Everything's really does start here. The downside of the army which you spoke of. Haven't thought them over again. I believe your argument had some merit. Nah, that was just, you know, blowing off some steam at people who didn't deserve it. It's not like I think the army did anything wrong. No, listen closely now. If there's anything I've learned from this, is that we need both bracers and the army to properly function as a society. The organization and hierarchy of the army is certainly useful, but there are times when its bracers' swift actions can lead to better results. Without both, we could never have stopped the crisis. True enough. It's thanks to your plan that we found the dragon at all. Alan Richard had the right of it, in a way. The flow of information since augments were developed has increased rapidly, to a point where no single group can capably manage it. The only way for us to process it all is to expand our numbers and allocate the work to progressively fragmented subdivisions. The army sure got that down. They've got the borders, garrison, airship crews, the royal guard, even the intelligence division. Indeed. It was a necessary evolution to keep pace with the times, even if a multitude of issues have fallen through the cracks in the process. For us, there's no turning back. That being said, your bracers are free to do as you will. We as the army are limited, but you can, and by all accounts should, protect the people to the utmost of your abilities. Come again? That may cause our two factions to clash every so often, but we'll just as often come in support for one another. Whatever the situation may call for, we found a way to compensate for our flaws and keep from straying down the wrong path. Personally, I wouldn't have it any other way. Kinda got a point there. Alright, if it makes you happy, I will keep butting our business at every possible turn, General. Hope you're ready. I could say the same to you. Keep in mind not to do anything too reckless. Pardon me for disturbing such a peaceful moment. You! Oh no. You are. I believe this is the first time we've met, General Morgan. I am an enforcer of Ouroboros. You may call me Leonhard. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What did you... You... What the hell are you doing here? This is a place where the dead rest. There's only one proper thing to do. Or do you intend to reenact our last meeting here in a place like this? Agate. I know. Löwe offered a silent prayer. Leonhard, Löwe the Blade Lord, yes. I too do not wish to disturb the dead, but I have a question I would ask of you. By all means. Earlier it seemed as though you kept the dragon from causing greater damage than it otherwise would have. And here you are now, offering prayers for the departed. So why? Why would a man such as you bring chaos to our land? What sort of demons in your soul drive you to such acts? The only reason I reigned in the dragon's rampage was to conduct a proper experiment. I had no goal beyond that. Surely. General, I simply act as the hand of the society, as it orders. I am bound to the will of the society and no other. Do not think to compare yourself to me, you who are bound by force to silence our Hamel. Hamel? What's that place got to do with anything? In any case, Agate Krosner, your resolve has clearly hardened, but it means nothing if you don't have the strength to support it. Should you fail to measure up to the next time we meet, more than your sword will end up broken. Oh, don't you worry about me. And the same goes for you too, pal. Don't you think you can just strut around all confident forever? I'll catch up to you real quick. Be ready. I look forward to it. Mr. Leonhard's eyes looked so lonely. He tries to be cold, but he was so sad when he was praying. Hey, General, Hamel was a village just across the border in Erebonia, right? You know the name, do you? Us revenue folks occasionally had contact with him before the war. Not anymore, though. Not sure why. Why would he bring that name up? I'm afraid I'm not free to speak on the subject. It connects to matters of international security. To what? I can, however, say this. If my suspicions about that man are true, then that man, Löwe, has stared into the pits of Gehenna with his own 2 eyes. Where's... Oh, that's all. Oh, there you are. I can see the moon more clearly from here, and I can feel the breeze on my face. Oh, you're being so mysterious, Joshua. Okay, looks like you aren't just trying to be cool. This is the sort of thing your job takes, isn't it? The moonlight, the position of the clouds, the flow of the wind, every detail is vital. I wish to lower the possibility of failure as much as possible. Lower... Don't say it like that, you idiot! If you fail, you'll die, you know. Don't worry, the possibility of my failure is very remote. Back in my previous life, I used to conduct missions like this every day. The real danger will come if I succeed. Hey, Joshua, do you really absolutely need to do all this? You're Erebonian, same as us. I mean, yeah, circumstances mean that none of us can really go home, but... I just don't get it. Why do you feel like you owe this piddly little backwater anything? Just let these Ouroboros idiots do whatever they want to it. And hey, it's still not too late, you know. You can come with us, away from Rebel. We can head out to some independent state and raise our flag there, you know. And hey, if you really don't like the whole Skype and gig, we can try and find something else to do. I was talking to Kyle and Dawn and we were thinking the Bobcat could make a good legit shipping vessel, you know, speed and all. An airship delivery service. I could see it having some potential. Demand for that kind of service is certainly going up. It'd be a safer job than sky banditry at any rate. Well then, technically we do have some berth open. That you do. Once I've crushed the society's plan and if I manage to survive, I'll think it over. You needn't worry, this completes our contract. As promised, your cooperation here means I consider the favor you owe me redeemed. You can depart whenever, I won't mind. Okay then. You idiot! Moron! Jerk! Who the hell was talking about debts? Forget it, who cares about you? Just go leap into danger and die if that's all you wanna do. I'm sorry, just said. Ay, Dios mercy. Not easy playing dumb, is it? Kyle, I do wish she'd finally grow out of her more childish tendencies. Even so, I think I could have handled it better. It's true. I cannot apologize, but I do feel sorry for what I've done to her. Man, you should have an odd way of being nice, Astray. You want to make it up to her, give it offer some serious thoughts. Assuming, of course, you won't be joining up again with your nice younger bracer lady after this. No, that won't be happening. In the end, the worlds we live in are too different. She and I should never meet again. It's for the best. Well, if that's how you think. In that case, Giuseppe's offer does have some appeal, yeah? It does. I'm going to give it some thought. Look who's decided to show himself. Then is that them? Yeah, it's just like the lad predicted. They're approaching from your northeast. You heard the man, to the bridge. Got it. Wer kommt? Elbonia? Wie schnell bin ich überhaupt? 72. Nice. Nichts zum Ausrüsten. Yeah. Brücke ist da, ne? Ah, there you are. What's the situation? Just what you predicted it would be. Look at the display. Altitude of 1560 arc, entering the Valiant territory from the north-northeast at 2100 arc per hour. With that kind of altitude and speed, there aren't normal ships. Looks like that special radar of yours is working, eh? Don't congratulate me yet, we don't know who they are. It's possible they're Erebonian scout ships or something. Carl, do we have a visual contact, yes? Got him. Sending the image to your display. Ist das neue Erebonian-Schiff, das die gebastelt haben? Nein. Das Ouroboros. Schade. No, there's no doubt. That's our target. Well, that's the stage set then. Now it's getting exciting. Let's do this then. Lad, you ready for this, right? Absolutely. Once I'm in place, begin immediately. Don, Kyle, just said, thank you for everything. Our relationship may have been based on our contract, but I'm glad I met you. What? It would be a bit more appropriate to say it once the mission's over with, but I may not get the opportunity, so let me say it now. Thank you. Be well, everyone. He just... dramatic till the very end. Even at the very end, you managed to be so uncute. What's all the thank you business with a face like you're walking to your execution? You think hearing that will make me happy? You think those are the words I want to hear? Just said. Just promise me that you won't do anything too crazy. That you'll come back alive. Given who I'm about to pick a war with, I can't guarantee anything. But I will promise this, even if I don't succeed at my goal. I will come back alive and give you all my thank. Will that be enough? Yeah. Don't forget, I collect all my promises, Buster. But he loves us still. Altitude Saber at 1559 arc, crossing into the Liberian airspace now. Set course for Valeria Lake. Roger. Doesn't look like the Liberian airships notices us. Stealth functionality, nice little piece of tech they loaded us up with. If we didn't have that doohickey, we'd be causing a bit of a fuss right about now, you know. I mean, forget us. Imagine whatever would happen if those Libel Hicks saw that monster coming for them. Don't I wish I could see this. But are we under attack? The hell are you idiots panicking for? Check the damn radar. Contact. One small ship approaching from 4 o'clock. Database match found. The Capua Sky Bandit ship Bobcat Rainford make. Ooh, from the Rainford company. Sky Bandits? Meow. Now! Chic, chic. Alright, that worked! Oh-ho, so it did. Time for us to beat it then. The airship is breaking off? What do we do? Do we pursue? No, leave him alone. If they were Royal Army, we'd have to pick him up, but we don't have time to bother with small fries. Understood. Right now, our only job is creating a glorious flight path. Let's head back to the base for now. We should let Sir Campaniella know about the bandits. They're pulling out as well. Everything went exactly like he thought it would. Yeah. Just said don't worry. It's Joshua Astray we're talking about. He'll come back safe. Yeah, he will. He's got a promise to keep after all. The whereabouts of Bonds. Oh boy, I was wondering if he wanted to get the last word in. The Blade Lord is bold, if nothing else. No, I'm kidding. And I really screwed up in letting him get away. Sorry guys, I've got no excuse. No, you made the right choice in letting him go. A graveyard is no place for the living to settle their arguments. Hamel, though, why is that causing an itch in the back of my skull? Yeah, didn't Lubin mention that before? Do you know anything, Chloe? I don't, I'm sorry. I imagine grandmother would know something, but given that it seems to be some kind of state secret, she may not be willing to tell me until I'm older. Good point. How about you, Olivia? Hamel's in Erebonia, right? It is, although even we don't speak of it much, so it's always a surprise to hear it brought up in a conversation. Oh, where's that? Hamel was a village in the southernmost reach of the Empire, near the Liberian border. I say was, for you will find it on no map of the Empire today. Huh? It's not gone, is it? The village was demolished in a landslide some time ago. A number of the residents lost their lives then. As I understand it, it is now little more than empty ruins and ghosts. That's awful. So that's it, huh? But still, even if a lot of people died, there's no excuse for his actions. I have undersold the scale of the disaster, I think. Rumor says that very few of the villagers survived. Only rescue units saw precisely what happened, but few living these days can claim to know a Hamel resident. It was that bad? It's not unheard of for landslides to swallow entire settlements. They're sometimes called mountain tsunamis because of how they create waves of pure rock and earth. It's an odd thing to suddenly bring up in context, however. I mean, what in the world would Hamel have to do with the Her Majesty and General Morgan? Or he bad at all? Alas, at this point we don't know enough to confirm or deny anything. Let me poke my old nose around the various corners of the guild to see what I can find out. And enough about Hamel for now, we've other business. First of all, let me give you payment for all you've done. Ooh, Aquamaster Rod. You went through quite a lot with this dragon mess. You've done the name of the guild proud. You really think so? We still didn't stop whatever experiment they were running. Don't think we can claim much of a victory in this one. This also means they've conducted experiments in all of the Bell major regions. We have to figure out what the society plans to do next as soon as we can. Yes, about that. Why don't you all take a break for a little while? Huh? Rest, but Shadow just said... Oh, I heard, but I'm serious. You've been running around from Ruan to Gransel to here, solving case after case with barely so much as time to sleep. If you don't take it at least a single moment to unwind, you'll snap your springs. But we can't just take a break in the middle of something so important. We need to be able to get out there if they pull something. I don't know if you can just slack off, but the open does have a point. The armed patrols have kicked into high gear thanks to all the dragon shenanigans. They should be able to handle any immediate danger, I think. And I've been meaning to mention, it seems Kurt's team has found it. Ha! It! Wait, like... You mean they found Ouroboros base? Yes, Kurt reported they got a solid lead a few days ago. If they can pinpoint the base, you'll be busy again soon enough. So I really think it would be a good idea to rest while you can. Yeah, I see. In that case, I take you up on that, Lugren. Remember, part of a bracer's duty is to ensure he can performing his duties. Getting rest is a part of that. True enough. Well, I guess the world ain't gonna end if you take a breather. Bracer wisdom prevails again. Sin, you're a sage and a gentleman. Still, Lugren, given that you're suggesting a break, I assume you have a destination in mind? Sharp, Olivia. Truth be told, I got a little something nice from Mayor Mabel. She wanted it separate from your normal pay for the dragon business. Huh? What else could she be paying us with? Just a reservation at the Kingfisher Inn on a lakefront off to the south. She's paid for all you to stay there for 3 days. Seriously? Sweet! The hospitality of Bose's beautiful mayor once again shines like a beacon through the fog of weariness. Yes, it's just like Mabel to do something like this. So we're going on a vacation, right? To the Kingfisher Inn? That's right. It's a luxurious inn with a fantastic view of Valeria Lake. They're famous for their food, fine spirits, and they provide boats for going out into the lake. Hey, it sounds great. This does sound like a nice little vacation. Yeah, if we gotta take a load off, Kingfisher's close to the best place in the belt to do it. You got that right. Let's not waste Mayor Mabel's kindness, guys. Come on! Yeah! Ooh! Okay.
Great! Let's do it! Leave it to me! Let's do it!
Let's do it! Das klingt so komisch.
You're right, please!
Yes. Nein.
Leave it to me!
Together now!
Ich muss nur kurz was ausrüsten für Sinn. Oh, na, ich wollte doch noch Tita das rausnehmen. Weil ich Tita jetzt im Moment nicht mitnehme. No, Form Party.
Leave it to me!
Great!
Dann gebe ich es Olivia. Und Move Out. Ich habe schon eine Weile Sin nicht mehr mitgenommen, aber ich glaube Olivia. Und es hat halt auch Earthguard, also sollte es kein Problem sein.